Jesus taught us the importance of loving ourselves and our family through various parables, sermons, and interactions with his disciples. One of the most significant teachings of Jesus is the concept of self-love, which is often overlooked in the context of his teachings. Jesus' message of self-love is rooted in the idea that we cannot truly love others if we do not first love ourselves. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus is asked which commandment is the most important, and he responds by quoting the Shema, a Jewish prayer that says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength." Mark 12:30. However, Jesus also adds a second commandment, "Love your neighbor as yourself." Mark 12:31, implying that self-love is a necessary precursor to loving others. Jesus also taught us the importance of family and the need to prioritize their well-being. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus is approached by a young man who asks what he must do to inherit eternal life. Jesus tells him to keep the commandments, including honoring his father and mother. Matthew 19:16-22. This teaching emphasizes the importance of respecting and caring for one's family, particularly parents. Jesus also taught his disciples the value of compassion and forgiveness within the family. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus tells the story of the prodigal son who squanders his inheritance and returns home to a warm welcome from his father. Luke 15:11-32. This parable teaches us that family members should be forgiving and loving towards one another, even in the face of mistakes and failures. Furthermore, Jesus' teachings on the importance of self-care and prioritizing one's own well-being are also relevant to the concept of loving oneself. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. This invitation to rest and seek refuge in Jesus implies that it is essential to take care of oneself and prioritize one's own needs. Jesus also taught his disciples the importance of self-compassion and self-forgiveness. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, "If anyone is thirsty, let them come to me and drink." John 7:37, emphasizing the need to nourish and care for oneself spiritually. In addition to these teachings, Jesus also provided practical examples of how to love oneself and one's family. He often took time to rest and recharge, as seen in the Gospel of Mark, where he withdraws to a quiet place to pray. Mark 1:35. Jesus also prioritized his relationships with his family members, including his mother, Mary. In the Gospel of John, Jesus entrusts his mother to the care of one of his disciples, demonstrating his concern for her well-being. John 19:25-27. These examples demonstrate that Jesus valued the importance of self-care, family, and relationships, and he taught his disciples to do the same. In conclusion, Jesus taught us the importance of loving ourselves and our family through various teachings and examples. He emphasized the need to prioritize self-love, self-care, and self-compassion, as well as the importance of caring for and forgiving one's family members. Jesus' teachings on these topics are relevant to our lives today, as we strive to build strong, loving relationships with ourselves and those around us. By following Jesus' example and teachings, we can cultivate a deeper love and appreciation for ourselves and our families, and live more fulfilling, meaningful lives. As we reflect on Jesus' teachings, we are reminded of the importance of prioritizing our own well-being, as well as the well-being of those around us, and of striving to create a more loving, compassionate, and supportive community.